Alrighty guys, welcome back to Star Wars Review. Today I'm reviewing Han Solo and Chewbacca Issue 3, The Crystal Run Part 3, which was written by Marc Guggenheim with art by David Messina. It was released on June 29th, 2022, which I thought was another solid issue. Has some nice tie-ins to the Crimson Reign series, which are neat, but this issue is kind of more the same from the last two, continuing on with the mission started in the first issue, which I've enjoyed those first two issues, and I'm still enjoying it. With this one, we don't get any more answers, towards the old man saying he's Han's father, Owen, but that's okay. Still not sure where, if he is or if he isn't. We'll just have to wait and see where that goes. But let's dive in. The issue picks up right where the last one ended, with Han, Owen, and Greedo stuck in the penthouse, needing to find a way out, which we see Greedo attempt to shoot the window, and he does, but afterward, beforehand, Han tries to stop him, but afterwards, after Greedo shoots it, Han tells him that the windows are transparent steel, so the blaster shots just bounce off. But Greedo doing that does give Han an idea, which he goes to some comm thingy on the wall and calls up the security force, which is after him on the other side of the door trying to get in, but he calls up some other ones asking for medical help, and that, they'll need to fly their ship right up to the window, and, they respond, and it seems like it's going to work, which afterwards, Owen tells Han that, it's kind of a stupid idea, because the same security people who are on the other side of the door trying to go after him, are the same, work for the same security force, and, he says, to Han that you're just assuming they won't talk to each other, which, Han says that's exactly what he's hoping for, that they don't talk to each other, which, does end up being the case, because, you see Han, he goes and grabs that plasma cutter thing to cut a hole in the glass, which while doing that, he does find a terminal with some info on it, which will come up in a second later, but we see those medical security officers come in, and, Han tells them the injured person's in the bedroom, and so, while they're doing that, Han, Greedo, and Owen board and steal the ship, and, they get away, which, sometime after that, we see Han talking to Owen, asking him to join the team, which Han tells him about the info he found on that terminal, which is where the urn is, because the guy who owned it before, Graves, what's that his name? I forget what it was, sold it to someone else on the planet Intellion, which Owen agrees to come along and help out Han, which we see Han take him to the Falcon and show him and whatnot, which they then start to head off without Greedo, which Owen says, he's not there, which Han's like, yeah, I sent him on a fake errand to get rid of him, which, I thought that was funny, but we then see them head to Intellion, where Han reveals that the urn is now in the hands of Madeline's son, who's appeared in the Crimson Reign series, working with Qi'ra and Crimson Dawn and whatnot, but we see Han go straight to her and try to, get her to give up the urn, but it doesn't work, and, the conversation makes Han be, 100% sure that she does have it, so he comes up with another plan, which is to alert the Empire and get Son in trouble, which works, and we see Han, Chewie, and Owen watching from afar as the Empire goes after Son and whatnot, but they watch her escape with someone, which Han doesn't know who it is, but we know that it's Qi'ra, as we saw these events in the Crimson Reign series, from the point of view of Son, but we didn't know Han was involved or anything. We don't see Han in that issue, but after all that, Han sends Chewie back to the Falcon while he and Owen go and look for the urn, which they head in, and Owen ends up finding it, and so Han says that they should get out of there before something happens, and then something happens as the explosion blows up the wall and knocks out Owen, and we see Kersantin come through and grab Han, and that's where the issue ends. Like I said, I thought it was another solid issue. I liked all the tie-ins to the Crimson Reign series. I also like seeing, that Han does see Qi'ra again, but doesn't know, that it was her. I enjoyed that. One thing I will say is at the start, them escaping the penthouse, I liked how it goes down and whatnot, but I did feel like the amount of time it takes was maybe a little too long. I didn't feel the much tension there, so that was a little weird, but other than that, I thought it was a fun issue. excited for more of Chrysanthemum in a comic, as that's where he originated from. He kind of just disappeared from the comics, kind of right around when they started filming the Book of Boba Fett. So it's nice to see him back in a comic. So yeah, but my grade for this issue, I'm gonna give it a B. So yeah, but that's gonna be it for this one. Next I'll review issue 4, so you can check that out then. But in the meantime, check out my reviews on the first 2 issues and on my other comic reviews and everything else I do. But Vince Arzu, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.